you guys are doing good. We have a fun car today. Believe it or not, I have two cars, but we're only going to stream one of them. Boom. I'm just getting some last minute things in order. And then we will be all set to go. Pretty sure I forgot my towels. All right, hang on one second. Be right back. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the stream. And bow. How y'all doing? Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Today, we have a BMW E46 convertible. Pop over here. So there's a few things to note on this car. One, it's not that difficult to do. And two, convertible top is going to be done first. And being that they're frameless windows, they shift a little bit and they have a dot matrix border. So we are going to take care of that after the fact. Sometimes you can make them look a little bit better on these, like basically these front edges right here, or these back edges on these roll downs. I don't know why BMW likes to do this on some of their coupes, but they do. So we're going to take care of that as best as we can. And yeah. Christian says, I have this car. Awesome. Well, this was pulled in specially for you then. Jeffrey, Joe, Evanesh, Message, GNC, Heisen. Welcome everybody that is here, hanging out in chat. Oh, we're doing a morning stream. So I actually have two cars today. But we're only going to be doing this one on stream. The other one is going to take a lot longer. It is a, what is it? Crown Vic. So that's sitting outside, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to have to leave the garage door open. And I know some people would have questions about that one, but back-to-back cars, I really think it's going to just be way too much. So we're going to take it one car at a time. What's up, Deadlift? Michael, Tristan. We got our coffee. Yeah, what is today? Today's Saturday. We're doing good in the garage. We have 2 full cars here in really not a very long amount of time worth of advertising, really, which is awesome. I was hoping for a plastic back window. No, these are glass. I wouldn't have tinted it if it was plastic, at least the back window. So thankfully, and what's good too, is it's got a dot border around the whole thing. We have to be a little tight on the edges on that one, but it's not that bad. What camera am I using? So I'm shooting on a, sorry, not Sony, Canon SL2. It's what, like a $500 body, 450, 500. Really, really solid budget camera. And then, but I put a Sigma 18 to 35 f1.8, and that lens is more expensive than the camera itself, but it looks pretty dope. Deadlift says here in Romania, time is 7:04 p.m. No morning for me. Well, that's kind of actually a good like late stream then for you. That's awesome. What are your thoughts on Solar FX film? Better than Avery? It sounds like they have a better upgrade program, but. So I never really, I haven't looked at them in person. It's one of those brands that always seems to get called out. But actually seeing some of the content Patrick's been doing, he's been really hyped up about them. I don't know. They're solid film for sure. They got many dealers. So solid brand for sure. Their advertising seems to be pretty on point, or at least like their look and their upgrade path and stuff like that. So good brand. Looks great, that camera and Sigma. I have a Sony A6600 with a Sigma 16 1.4. Yeah, those low aperture or fast aperture lenses from Sigma. It's hard to beat them. I've been really happy with this. The autofocus, even though this has dual pixel, I don't know. I think the SL2 just has less focusing points, so I have to leave this on a set range because it jumps all over the place. I noticed it's like sometimes it would be fine, and then sometimes it's just like it's totally skipping around all over the place. But no stabilization, but it makes a hell of a streaming cam. I got this for YouTube originally, but now we're using it as the stationary stream cam. Can you break it down on how to shrink the windows? Yeah, like we'll go over the doors on snap shrinking a little bit. This back window, there's hardly anything to shrink really. We might snap it a little bit, but it's very, it's like a big quarter window versus a traditional back window. The GoPro wireless is like doing the GoPro streaming. It definitely has its hiccups and challenges for now. There's that streaming delay that you kind of have to work with. There's a few things, so let's set that up. But yeah, for these last couple streams, I've moved back to the RTMP thing instead of GoPro to OBS. I was using GoPro to OBS, and I still like it for its simplicity. But I don't know. Some of it, I noticed like the colors and like the way, like I think GoPro software is actually a little bit smoother, but you have a longer delay that you have to deal with, which is annoying. Still have problems with AWS HTTP. Have you been able to get it at all? Like it says it's streaming, but no picture. When top loading, how do you stop the sides from creasing when you roll it up to load in the bottom? Oh, like 2-stage. Just practice. Yeah, just I have it's hard to explain exactly. Take some finesse. Usually start with like the corners and then roll the whole thing when you get the top. But all right, control your GoPro. We're gonna see if we can get this to work first try. This is nice. Nice to just chill before the car, hang out a minute. Don't have to jump right into it. And then I get to set up my my GoPro. Oh, still having a problem picking it up. See, this is where it's like, it's very tricky. So you needed the ports opened when you set up the server on Amazon. So you had to make sure you had that before you even like started loading Nginx on the server. But then you should have Nginx, and then you got to copy and paste that whole thing. Yeah, there's a lot. Somebody check in the chat though of that video that I did. Somebody posted a local network RTMP thing tutorial. So head over to that video, the one where I go through my setup. Check in the comments. Somebody posted an updated video because I posted my video. So it's kind of like an ongoing discussion. Some people seem to have things sorted out, but they never shared them, which is the problem. So nobody else knows how to do them. They're like, oh, I've been doing that for a little while. And it's like, well, cool, but if I can make a video. I've noticed you're more relaxed now while tinting, no more mobile stress. Yeah, when you'll see that all the time. If I'm in a shop environment, if I'm running around, they pull things in and it gives me a 2-hour window. And then there's always other things that happen that you kind of have to juggle and whatever. So it's like incredibly difficult to manage anything other than just tinting the car and still keep pace with the rest of the day. Because it's like, you know, they're not making any money on me doing a live stream. So they're being nice enough to set aside a little bit of time, but you know, they still got to run a shop. So when you put everything here and have control over it, it's it's just so much better. All right, set up live stream. Any other way? Check the comment, like I said in that one video, for the live stream setup from a GoPro. It was a tutorial. I think he used a Mac, but he sets up like a local server, which is something that you could do. I couldn't get that to work though, but he said he's got a really stress-free way of setting it up. So check out the comments in that video and you'll find his video. How long have you been doing tinting? I've been tinting for about 11 years now, I think. I kind of have to like, years always blend together, but it's about 11 years at this point. I was working at my dad's shop. I was mobile. I've done a bunch. I've seen a bunch of different shops and finally opened up my own little home studio. So, which I should have done a long time ago. I think, honestly, I was a little stressed out of like managing customers and stuff. Dude, the customers that I had, they've been fucking great. They're all chill. They're all like what's going on here. It's just been, I don't know, it's been really easy and really, really cool. Cool. Looks like we are live with the GoPro. Let me do a quick test. Pow! Oh, that black always makes me a little bit worried. Okay, cool. So GoPro is live. That means we are ready to get started. How do you like it? I really like it, partly because I've got the YouTube side of things, and like, I think that would happen with anything though. I like it overall for sure. But there comes that point where if you're just tinting car after car after car, day after day and hustling that way, some people like doing that. Me, I don't want to tint 5, 6 cars in a day all the time. It's cool. It's great money. But I want to be able to kind of step back a little bit and put a little bit more time into one car or a couple cars and just have like a cool experience. What do you recommend someone that wants to get started but no shops will hire them because they have no experience? That makes it a little tricky for sure, because the thing about a shop hiring you is that you actually cost the shop money. Even if you were to do it for free, the people there have to put time into you. And often, what's happened with people that I've tried to teach in shop environments too is they've basically walked out after 3, 6 months, a year. Like, it doesn't matter. It always seems like we're picking up people and losing them and starting from square one again. Drives me crazy. But find a space that you can practice and practice on your own car, practice on your own truck. Had a message the other day from a guy who literally is starting right now with front doors. He hasn't touched a back window, and he's pulling in 3 customer cars this weekend for just front doors. So he's actually making money already because he just started doing front doors, and he'll work his way into back windows. That was a really interesting way to like do things. I don't know. So it's always tricky to figure out exactly how to start because there's no set path. But practicing on your own stuff, you can learn so much. So pick up some film, pick up some like cheap film, some tools, and just practice. There's so many videos out there. What coffee do you like to grind your own beans? I do actually. I get the Starbucks Pikes roast. It's like their beans are always a little darker, and that's what I like. I like a really strong coffee, and I put that into like a French press. I don't know, like those of you who don't know coffee, French press might sound fancy, but it's not. It's just literally like, they're super cheap. You pour the like medium grounds into it and then you just press it down. It's really, really good. And then vanilla creamer. I'm a barber for 21 years. In the last 2 years, I've made a studio like you at my house, out of my garage, and I do tutorials how to cut hair. Oh, bro, that's fucking cool. Hell yeah, that's sweet. So I don't know a whole lot about hair cutting for sure, but I have seen like, you know, lots of people that do like artwork and stuff like on Instagram, which is pretty crazy. But that's awesome. Taking like your own craft and then putting a digital spin on it is super cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I can see why you want to set up a GoPro. Me too, best strong. Yes, strong coffee is the best coffee. It's always disappointing when you get like coffee in other places that's not like a coffee shop, because it's always like weak or bad or old. Okay, so we're going to get started at this point. What's up, window tinting life? Stay after it, your hardworking machine. Thanks, man. All right. So we're gonna put on the GoPro, and then we're gonna put on a tool belt, and I'm sure there's a handful of things that I already forgot about. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started though. GoPro, GoPro. We good? Cool, we are good. All right, so this is not that difficult of a car, so let's cross our fingers that I didn't just jinx myself there. But like some of the stuff that I was talking about is you have this like dot matrix here. So we have extra glass, a little bit wider on this side, So that helps try and keep this from silvering out too much. We have quarter windows, so we got to put down the top to do these. You have a tight rubber edge here. They're generally pretty dirty right now, but you know, it's not too difficult to clean. We don't have glues and stuff all over them, which is always helpful. This bottom edge here, we're gonna have to cut really, really slim. I might do glass 8 on the side, but I won't on the bottom. I'm just gonna keep this really, really tight. Same thing, you know, just duplicate on this side. We also have to latch the windows because these shift up and down. No, don't demonetize me. Oh, we have, cool. Cool. All right, so these are rolled up. You'll notice when we close this, it's got those shifty windows. So they'll either have a button, but you can latch them. They pop up when you latch them. They'll either have a button on the inside of the door, but most of them are gonna be latched. I'm always, like, BMWs are kind of one of those oddball ones where you'll see either one. Come on. Come on. Oh, this one's old. We good? Oh, here. I want to see if this is down. All right. Up. Oh, this is one of those old ones. There we go. All right, we're good. After I put these up, just to be extra safe, I like to push down the locks. Just because if you pull the handle, you're not accidentally shifting down the windows, but you have to remember that they're up. You don't want to close it on themselves. Gotta love old latches. Dan Orena, welcome, dude, with the $10 super chat kicking things off. Dude, thank you so much. I want that setup with the GoPro. Looks so much better and easy wireless. Yeah, it's life-changing. And then, but what makes it extra complicated is when you have text-to-speech on your headphones. So you can actually, like, instead of reading chat, you listen to it. That can kind of make you go insane. So I try and listen to what I can, but when I'm talking, I don't hear what chat is saying, so you kind of have to, like, get a little trade-off. I've gotten surprisingly used to it, though. I don't pick up everything, but, like, so when there's, like, a barrage of comments, it's kind of hard to understand what everybody's saying. But I try and pick out at least one or two things to talk about for a little bit. Both those together really seem to help make this this stream more enjoyable. All right, do we need any new blades? I changed that one out yesterday. I think we're okay for right now. My sprayer, I should have filled that up, but we're running on yesterday's water, which is full enough for this car, but the air pressure is definitely a little low. So I'm gonna top this off. Hopefully this isn't broken. CLA 2020. Bro, there's your plug. CLA 2020 is probably just has its own natural difficulties. I don't think I've done one yet. I'd have to see a picture though. Often they don't change some of those cars that much, and I didn't have a problem with the older CLAs. Just, I think they had frameless windows on some of them. We're gonna top this off real quick. I tried snap shrinking, it didn't work. I shrunk it too much. but still working on it. Yeah, just do a little less. So, oh, no, not that one. So yeah, that's why I'm wearing my headset, is I literally have text-to-speech through the Restream chat program on my computer. So Microsoft Sam voice on every comment. Yeah, she was way low. All right. That'll be good. Yeah, nothing unusual with the rubber seals in this one, as far as I know. Yeah, a little tight, a little old, a little dusty. Nothing major. As long as the glass doesn't like be all dumb hydrophobic, we won't have any problems here. Okay, so let's finally get some film. We gotta get going. So we got 36-inch roll. We're gonna be cutting this in half. And I think we're gonna be cutting these doors out individually, just to be a little bit better. You could double cut these and that would be fine. I don't know. I like, when they're frameless, I like to try and take a little bit more time on these top edges if I can. These are tall too. I think we're a little short. God damn. Well, this piece isn't gonna work for both doors. It might work for this back window though. Hell yeah, look at that. All right, well, that's one way to save a piece of film. So we'll use this shorter roll on the other. I just cut it a little bit high. I did that to give myself a little more space. I didn't realize how much taller these front doors are. Because it's not a very big car. But they can put tall glass on big cars. I'm curious about 2 is up here. All right. So we can cut that pretty much flush, maybe a little forward. What car don't I like to tint? Crown Vics. I have one out there. It's all right. Older Tauruses, mostly older cars in general. They're just, of course, they're going to be a little dirtier. They're not super well taken care of. Usually slows you down because you have to do a little extra cleaning up, but you know, it's just part of the gig. What is cool is we're at 240 on this one and we're at 280 on the other one. So, you know, you still keep your pricing, make it worth your time, and we're pulling in little over 500 bucks off of 2 cars nonchalantly on a Saturday. Sounds pretty good to me. Would have liked to do carbon and ceramic, of course, but not all of them are going to be. I don't like when it stops. It starts to just hang up just a hair. There we go. Probably because my hand shook or something. I'm not going to do anything crazy on the dots. I am going to try and heat them up and press them down. Usually if you can seal them a little bit better on the edges before the water dries out, they'll actually lay down a little bit better. But we'll see. They're older. They're going to have some residue, so we'll scrub them, we'll clay bar them, and then we'll see if we can make them a little bit better. The one thing that I would 100% recommend, though, even when they're really tight, is to always get a little tint over on this part of the glass. Don't just stop on the dot matrix. Get it a little bit over. They can be challenging with the newer ones because there's like little to no room, but there is a smidge of space there. Have I tried Apollo? No. I saw them at the convention, though. So they're a little bit more legit. But that's a film brand that I generally have not heard of. Popular ones are always like Lumar, Suntech, Geo, Avery, Expel. You make me want to tint. I don't know nothing about it, but I've just watching you makes it look easy and fun. Thanks, man. Definitely takes a while, like a solid year of frustration, and a lot of hard work, but you can get to this point. It gets to the point where the cars aren't so much the issue. It's all like the logistics and like figuring out customers and all that. To be honest, I don't know. I've had a Facebook page for about a month, starting it out from absolute scratch. So here we have, you know, I've been doing YouTube for a long time. And I've never made a local name for myself. So none of these customers came to this studio because they know about me. I have a different logo. We're called something different, but I've managed to, within a month, pull in, this is my 4th car this week. So it was really slow, and of course we have Coronas, right? So a lot of inquiries, but I boosted a couple ads, made a handful of videos that actually make myself look professional, which is something that nobody seems to do. And here we are. So total for this week so far, if that was ceramic, I'd be charging $325. I'd be charging them $400, but $325 is still good. I try and shoot for like $300 for carbon, $400 for ceramic. What are we at for the week though? See, this is what's fun. Here, I'm gonna do a little bit of maths. 12 o'clock motion detected. I put up a motion detector out there with a camera. It's still working on the settings for it, but it's pretty legit. Okay, so that one 440 plus, what did we have? 250 plus, we're doing 240 plus 280. So this is out of the garage. We're doing 1200 this week out of the studio. Fuck yeah. I'm really, really happy about that. That's like nonchalant tinting. 4 cars. I would do that in a day and make less than that because I gotta pay out wholesale prices or whatever else. So but I will say it's really nice to like come here live and do like the show, and then also go to a shop and then actually just tint and not have to do anything else. That's pretty fun. We need a clay bar too. Have you ever heard of Matico? Yeah, I've heard of them. I've never mentioned them much because I have no experience with Matico. There's like a few, like Johnson's, Matico, Max Pro. I mean, Max Pro's up there, but like I'm not super familiar with them, so I don't talk about them much. Hands down my favorite channel, plus you interact with the viewers. That's what makes you special. Thanks, dude. There's like how do I say this? I know I got it. Oh yeah, this is my razor blade. We're gonna razor these too because they're a little older. Oh, I think we forgot the plastic. Oh, I don't want to forget that. I don't know. Everybody's got their own opinion on this. I think interaction with chat is important to a point. I think you have to stick to what you intended on doing. Like you should go into your streams with a purpose, but you absolutely should have some interaction with your chat. And this, I mean, here we're doing more of a teaching. This is like a teaching platform, right? So actually taking questions in real time, being able to answer them without like email or whatever, you know, just while I work. It's like, it works out super well. It makes it easier for me to talk about and discuss. So, all right. So we're gonna be a little extra thorough on this. The only reason I'm scraping this is because it's got like that old dirt on it. It kind of like cakes onto the window, just in certain spots. So it might have like, you know, some goo here or there. Just be extra sure. And then we'll give it a quick scrubby. What happened to the automatic cooling and the heat gun? That heat gun is sitting in my box. I hate that. I hate that heat gun. The one that automatically cools is super annoying because it'll sit there and run until you're ready to go pick it back up. And in my experience, like I've used them for an extended period of time, that cooling feature doesn't make them last any longer. So, I don't know. They weren't made for tinting. The reason I have it though is Tint Depot sent it out to me. Along with some other tools for a video that I was making. But I like the little $20 Wagner's better. Should get some sort of high-end heat gun just to try them out, but I've never been impressed with the ones in like the $60 to $80 range. They're always a waste of time. I'm mostly self-taught. Well, I say self-taught, but I worked with some people, so it's like you could say it's an extended trade school of some type. Yeah, having headphones and having chat in your head, like, it's a lot to manage. It really is, but it's pretty straightforward. So there's a website called Speech Chat. That's a site that does it through a web browser. And then Restream.io is a platform that restreams to multiple places. They have a desktop client that has text-to-speech that you can enable. But you have to like separate your audio. So like before I go live, every time I have to literally trigger the audio and then have it feed through my headphones so the notifications and chat still work. So when I go live, I have to jump through about 50 hoops until I figure out some better methods for handling some of these smaller things. But it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of options. Like I could get a wireless pair of headphones and just never turn off the computer or something. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the Stream Deck would help or something. But like the problem is my alerts are desktop audio and also the text-to-speech is desktop audio. So it just makes it really, really challenging. I like how I say I'm going to address like shrinking a little bit more and then I completely gloss over it because I just frankly go on autopilot with comments sometimes. No, I didn't go to a trade school, but I had a pretty good advantage though. But I wouldn't be in tinting unless my dad had an auto accessory shop. I wasn't interested in window tint at all. It just made good money. So I'm coming from like a completely different place. I just stuck with it. The guys in the shop would like joke around. They're like, so you're gonna be a lifelong window tinter? And I'd be like, hell no. I was going to school for aviation mechanics at the time. I was gonna be an aviation mechanic. But I just kept tinting, and tinting has like more flexibility with your own life. So that's why I stuck with it. It was my chance to like take creativity and like, I don't know, it was fun. Stream Deck's, yeah, Stream Deck's good for managing your all your cameras and extras and stuff. What I don't know is the audio portion. So maybe the Go XLR has a way to manage it, but I think because they're automatically set through the same type of output, it makes it more challenging, like trying to figure out how to separate audio. The best would just be like having two separate computers and one of them is literally dedicated to the chat and the other one is dedicated to the stream. But it's a weird problem. I'm doing things that most people aren't, which tends to be the case. Like I come across these things and I'm like, you know, like you with hair cutting. You want to do a stream in a totally unique way that nobody is doing. Like that's, so it's like figuring out how to make that work is always the challenge. What was that? We got a super chat. Efren Garcia with a $2 super chat. Haven't been here in a while. Dude, thanks, bro. Sorry, we're gonna switch this over to the main cam. Thank you, Efren. A $2 super chat, that's awesome. Where do you get the plastic for the door panels? Right there. It was carpet plastic from Lowe's. I got like a 200-foot roll right now. It's working out pretty good, but I want to play around with some other ones, see how that goes. I got a sun strip for $10, bro. What the fuck? That dude totally like got ripped off. Not you. You got like a hell of a deal, but like doing a sun strip for $10 is like you're almost losing money. I got a sun strip on this next car. I'm doing it for 40. Normal retail pricing is 50 though. In my area. I should have just said 50, but I was just like, I can do it for 40, whatever. Because he's getting the rest of the car done. And it's a piece of work. It's going to take a lot. You have plenty of videos that explain the hell out of shrinking. My hero, the last video I watched, some of your old videos. Yeah, good. Thank you. Yeah, watch all the old videos. And like, that's a thing. Like, some of them aren't really even that old. But all the concepts in all the videos, they still are applicable to today. You must like having this conversation with the viewers, send you work. Yeah, I really like it. So my mind always is running when I'm tinting, when I'm working. So I'm either listening to like live streams, podcasts or stuff, or on the phone. So this is actually pretty normal and helpful for me too. Jeffrey, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much for answering all my questions. You are welcome. I appreciate the super chat, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, man, it's fun. It's actually fun to finally talk about some of the streaming stuff, which is one reason I also made that video. It was like giving back to the streaming community. There's a huge shortage out there for people who want to diversify with streaming. Like the computer is the biggest tie down, and you have to figure out good ways to manage it. But thank you for that. Yeah, a lot of fun to talk about this type of stuff for me. What is your price range for a 4-door sedan? I know I felt, oh wait. I know I felt bad for him, but I called him and he said 10, so say no more. Yeah, hey, he's shooting himself in the foot at that point, right? So yeah, he ripped himself off, which is crazy. What's your price range though for a four-door sedan? We're doing 240, and I intend on raising that price. But I just wanted to like start rolling some work. I'm hopefully going to be starting pricing probably in the 270, 280 range for entry level. We're just going to keep working things up, but we're at 240 right now. Where can I get GeoShield? I haven't heard from them. It's been 2 months. GeoShield. Oh, dude, thank you for the $5 super chat again. GeoShieldUSA.com. Give them a call. They wouldn't take, there's no way that they would take 2 months to get back to you, so they just must have skipped or missed the message if you send them an email. But call them. Give them a call, send them a message, send them an email or whatever. Like, just get in touch with them. Like, anytime I've tried to call, they've picked up right away, so. But I know with COVID, they're definitely a little slower on shipping and getting things out. But they like, yeah, you shouldn't. If you want to buy the film, like, you shouldn't have any problems getting in touch with them. Great channel, love your patience. Thank you. All right, we're switching back. All right, we're switching back. Do I think Tint Depot is good quality tint? Yes, they do. They have great quality films if you pay more for them. For like the higher up stuff, right? So they have like the whole range. They have economy films and they have more expensive stuff. And they say right there, right on the site, like 1 year, 5 year, lifetime films. Their superior charcoal is probably the one of the best films that they carry. So if you want to carry like a color stable dyed film, get that. How's the battery? Battery's about an hour and a half, which is also why I made that first video. So if you save it, if you're recording to the SD card on the GoPro, So if I want to use this footage afterwards that I have right now from the GoPro, it would kill the battery in an hour. But if you don't enable SD card recording, it'll last for about an hour and a half, maybe a little bit longer. This sucker gets hot though. The first video though, you can actually hot swap your battery without killing your stream on the GoPro, which is something that I found out kind of by accident, but I felt it was worth sharing. So I saw an air trail coming down on this one. So what I want to do is heat it up and try and push it out and seal that edge in before the rest of it starts to, before all that air comes down. And it could still come in from the bottom. There's two spots. You have this spot up here and you have this spot down here. So you kind of want to try and seal them in beforehand, and it'll make this whole thing look a little bit better. But it's not 100% guaranteed. Super chat, 5 US. Oh, dude, what? Cold Front and Penguin, welcome back. $5 super chat. Matt is a man. You've changed my life. Been watching since 2014 when I was a young lad. Dude, that's awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know what's funny is I talked about doing the back glass first, and here I am doing the doors. I actually just got distracted, and I'm doing these in reverse. I should have done the back glass, rolled the back glass, and then done the front doors, but we'll still be okay. The door does look good, thank you. I'm just going over it, making sure all the water's pushed out and whatnot, and also getting overly distracted with chat right now, which is fun. I don't want to get too distracted though, because I got to start that other car at 2 o'clock. So let me see what time it is. So we got about an hour, so we should be on point with starting the other car on time. He dropped the car off at 11, but he knew it was a 2 o'clock appointment, so he's okay. Are you still open during the COVID lockdown? I'm pleasantly surprised that you're local to me. Would love to have you tint my car. Hell yeah. Bro, bring it on down. Well, not today, sorry. Yeah, hit me up on the Facebook page, Detroit Tint Studio. We'll set something up. Getting appointments off the live stream, that's how you do it. Staying somewhat open, right? So things have slowed down for me, for sure. And I'm not trying to be like, 5 cars in and out and whatever all day. But we're still taking some appointments. All right, so we got to cut this one out. It's exciting. It's exciting to get an inquiry about another, goddamn. It's exciting to get an inquiry about Windows Tint while you're actually doing Tint live. All right, we're gonna use a short roll because of the problems that we had before. I need a hook here. That's a problem. Definitely need a hook, and need to not be dropping stuff right now. There. Things can get chaotic really fast. No, we ain't tinting the outside. Goes on the inside. But we gotta cut and shape it. What do I think about carbon and ceramic film? It's good stuff for sure. That is carbon and this is ceramic. But we are installing dyed. It's more expensive. Not everybody sees the value, and I need to step up my game with display. So it's funny, this car right here, it was like, I could tell, it was like an overwhelming amount of information, and I need to simplify it using like a heat box. So I gotta get a heat box all set up. Ooh, that would have been bad. Don't want to run any creases into our main pattern. Oh, $5 super chat. Oh, thank you. Hang on. Whoa! What the fuck? Hang on. Bro! Okay, we stop. Super chat going crazy. Dude. Jimmy, okay, first, Jimmy, thank you so much for the 5-year super chat. Thanks for the videos tinting with years, but still picking up, oh, tinting 4 years. But still picking up tips and tricks on the side. Any shipping available for Glass 8 to Ireland, 36 on the site to ship. As far as shipping goes, there are automatic sites or automatic pulls from the shipping carriers. I wish there was more I could do about it, but as far what the price that you see is the price that I send it out for. So there's not much I can do, unfortunately. George, holy shit, with a fucking $100 super chat, bro. That's insane. Good luck in your tint studio. I have 2 shops, use different techniques, but also have room for improvement. Oh, fucking $100 super chat. You got 2 shops. Dude, that's fucking rad. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Dude, that's huge for this stream. I really mean that. That just kind of like put me at a standstill for a minute. Holy shit. And then Cold Front Penguin with a $5 super chat. Meant to send 10 to counteract inflation, so here's another 5. Thank you. You know what's so cool about some of these super chats, though, is just they're not even necessarily questions. They're just like thank yous for like putting out videos and heart. Dude, that means a lot. Thanks you all you guys. Dude, that's fucking $100 super chat. You guys are like paying for his tint job. Do you know the difference between Tint Depot Economy Carbon Tint versus their Carbon Shield? One is less expensive, I'd imagine. I couldn't tell you the exact difference, but they can. They have the chat window on their website. You can message them and they'll tell you the differences. All right, we'll go back to this. $100 super chat, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do? I need something special. Like, I need something really special. It would be really cool to have, like, lights trigger or something for super chats. That would be crazy. Come on. Come on, cut. There we go. I don't like that. Let's fix this. Damn. Super chat again. Sorry, hang on 1 second. I'm just trying to polish up this edge. I think I gotta shift it over just a smidge. I need a different blade. This blade's screwing it up. I'm sorry, 1 second. Just a smidge. All right, we're gonna get another blade. Zahn, hey buddy, how you doing? With the 50 Swedish Love from Sweden, greatest all time. You changed my skills. Dude, thank you. Dude, we got like a Twitch hype train going basically from all those. That's insane. Thank you. Do your clients get rental cars? What would you charge for 2 front doors and or just a windshield? Okay, we'll do the pricing first. Windshields by themselves are $150. Usually with like a full car, I could cut you a little break on it, but 2 doors is $80. Dude, I am just having a time trying to cut this front edge. Come on, come on. There we go, maybe. Just an awkward angle right here because I'm right-handed and it's like just trying to get it in. There we go. What was that other question? Oh, I forget. Super chats are fucking insane. I never. So when I started this, I was like, I didn't think people would super chat. It's like it's weird. It's not weird, but like it's just you can comment, but like who's gonna pay for like a comment? But like, dude, you guys are like insane, and like to see putting good out there for the community like brings back good in its own way, shape, or form, and like we're building shops and stuff and better businesses and whatnot, and this is my dream setup. We have a little bit more to go with the dream. I want like a nicer studio, of course, but like to just start here and do this, it's like it's insane. There was one comment I wanted to get to though. You deserve that and more. Your channel is very interesting. Thanks, bro. Oh yeah, the rental cars. I thought about it, but I don't charge enough on the base end. Not necessarily. I thought about offering like free Ubers. So I actually had a lot of things prepped before my first client. Like I was thinking I could do Uber, I could do packages, I could do some extra things, and there's still like room to go there. But like the norm is always just coming in for window tint. Most people can manage their own rides. If somebody told me that they like they want to come but they have no way to do it, then I think I'd take care of things. I'm not quite there yet though. Because at Uber, you're doing there and back, and it cuts, like, I don't know. Well, it's on my mind, though. I think we can get to the point where, like, if we're a lot more expensive, if we have the margins to do it, because like $240, depending on the shop that you're going to, like it's pretty retail competitive in my area. Like it's not that crazy. So we'll see. I like that question though. Uber's got like this business management software that is pretty cool. I was looking into it a lot, but I never actually did anything yet with it. How do you tint so quick? It takes me 4 hours to do a car. That Audi took me 4 hours. Practice, honestly. Like, so the first car that I ever did took 6 hours. Like, and that was after practice. So like, it's just, dude, a lot of practice. I didn't really speed up until I worked in a high production environment. They kind of force you to speed up because they have to realistically like pay for the shop and you and whatever, and they're not doing that on a $240 job. So they have to they either have to raise their pricing, but then they don't have the demand anymore. So you have to speed up because they need to pull in more shit to make it work. In Florida, retail is about $150 for 4 doors. What was that? In Florida, retail is about $150 for 4 doors, but you can find a lot of people who can do it for like $100 with the strip. Yeah, well, those people fucking suck because they're trying to beat up the market and they don't have to do it that way. I know places in Florida that are not charging $150 a car. And I also, like, you can look at Alligator Window Tinting, Patrick from Sun Solutions, Advanced Film Solutions. There's Best Deal Window Tint, Window Tint Z. All these people I know in the Orlando area within one another. Darth Shader, I think, was another one that's been around for a long time. None of them are starting at $150, and there's a reason for that. You don't sell yourself by talking about price. You have to act the part. You have to be the part. Put out some better advertising and go to my Detroit Tint Studio page. You can see what I'm doing there, and it's right off the bat. It's working. Like, learn how to make some videos, make some content, and pay to boost it in your area. And just start by being as good as you can with every customer that you get, and stick to your pricing. When they want to beat you up on price, just, you you don't want those people as customers. They can go somewhere else and get it cheaper. So I'm sure it's a little bit more difficult to do that in Florida, but I don't know. I could go on and on about pricing, but I'm getting most of my inquiries off of Facebook though. So literally the page, I made my own website on Wix. I painted my walls white. So I mudded the walls. There was drywall in here. I mudded them. I painted the whole thing white. And then I put up some rad lighting, had a professional graphic designer do my logo. And I don't know, like, I really haven't done much. I'm in literally a full-size garage at home. We're trying to redefine what is possible here. For the website, I would suggest Wix. I've messed with Squarespace. I've messed with WordPress. I think they're all good in their own right. Shopify is great when you have a store, but Wix is one of the easiest places to build your own template. So you can find a template that you like. Like, you'll notice all these sites have prefab templates and you just change out text and pictures and stuff. Wix is just like that, but they give you a little bit more flexibility with drag and drop options. Really, really liked them. You literally could copy my whole site. I still want to improve it. I wouldn't be mad. Go look at what other people are doing. Copy what they're doing. I don't think any of them would be mad. Like, come up with your own name, of course, and come up with your own pictures. Don't steal mine necessarily, but like the template, the formatting, even the pricing, it's like, bro, I wouldn't be mad. Dude, I have 2 cars and that's all I'm taking for today. If somebody asked me, I wouldn't do it. Not today. There's more than enough work out there for everybody. There's not enough tinters. There's still not. Even with all the good information out there, there's too much of a barrier to get started. That's what keeps the market what it is. It's just challenging. People don't like challenges. Some of them don't. And those people, they don't win. How many cars? I'm way down from what I used to be. I used to do 5 to 6 cars in a day. Yeah, I used to do 5 or 6 cars a day, if not more, on the really, really busy days. But I don't like tinting that way. I just always worked for other shops and mobile and, you know, wholesale. And I still have my wholesale account. I like them. But it, like, I don't know. I want to slow down a little bit and just raise pricing, put more time into the cars that I'm doing, and have a cool stream. Like, this is what I want to do. And it's not that hard. Managing the stream can be, but like, really, to already get 4 full jobs inside of a week, this early on for me is really encouraging. And you can start doing this part-time, full-time, you know, whatever you want to do. Get into it gradually is super cool. Hey, what type of payments do you accept? I accept it all. Cards, cash. This is a PayPal here reader, so chip cards or whatever. The whole 9. There's so many things now in place for like anywhere business. You can do this mobilely. You can do this out of your own shop. However you want to do it is basically what you can do. So this is that air trail. I don't know how well you can see it, but like there's definitely an air trail starting. So I want to take care of this before we roll these windows down. Which film brand has the best natural black color? Ooh, I'm not sure. That's not something you're gonna find with a lot of film brands, honestly. They all have like a charcoal look to them. Lexan honestly was pretty neutral. Tint Depot has some, I think. I would check with them. Actually, message Tint Depot. Ask on their site what has the most neutral black color. I think the reason is really factory tint. A lot of them are tan. So you tend to get not a lot of just gray, flat grays. But I mean, they look good when they're outside. But like if you put them against a white wall, they're not gonna look flat black. Ooh, this is helpful. I like this little orange guy for this. Trying to get these to lay down as best as I can, but there's... Try to tint my car. Hashtag fail. Oh, bro, I'm sorry. We've all been there. Cool. All right, actually, we gotta do this back window, which is cool because those doors can sit before we roll it down. 1113, we're doing good. I got my car for $400 and my tint job for $15 total. I'm all about deals. Good for you. What's up, Matt? Glad the business is going good for you. Me too, thank you. Why don't you use pre-cut computer patterns? I see this a lot of shops. Ooh. Ooh, that's a heavy topic for me. most plotted patterns I just don't like. That's the real reason right there. I know some people like plotters. I've always had a love-hate relationship with plotters. They're great. They're great high production machines, but I don't think they're great precision machines. And it's near impossible for them to be because this window is one way, but I could bring in another one of these cars and the glass could be a little bit different on the top edge. So you really have to like recut your top edges. And there's one software out there that I felt was really worth it, that corrected a lot of those issues. They seem to have very consistent patterns. But unfortunately, they use that software as a selling tool for their brand, and it's not available to just anybody anymore. So, unfortunately, I can't endorse them because they're so locked down. I think they're cool, but I'm talking about XPEL, right? Yes. Most people in the industry know. I don't have a problem calling them out, but I like their software a lot as far as the patterns go. It was like the first software that gave me hope. It's like, oh, these people actually have their shit together on that. So I can respect them for that. I just, if I'm using a software in here and then you guys are like, hey, what software are you using? And then I tell you, and then you go, well, I can't get that. We got a really big problem. I don't want to be able to carry something that you guys couldn't carry too. That's not fair. And I don't think it should be gated to exclusive people. I think I like Lumar's system a little bit better, and that's anybody with the cash can buy Lumar. Lumar is expensive, so most people aren't gonna buy Lumar, but you could. But they have an exclusive program for their top dealers, for the ones that have really set themselves apart. And I like that a lot better. To me, that makes a little bit more sense. It's like these are for the best of the best Lumar dealers, but anybody can still carry Lumar, but most people don't just because it's still expensive anyways. You must be speaking of computer cut from SolarGuard. No, well, you're right. You're actually 100% right about they're locked off too, but they didn't have good patterns as when I used them. Oh, somebody's hanging out on Twitch. Oh, that comment came from Twitch. You still practicing shaved top edges? Yes and no. I'd like to, but haven't in a little bit. Did I get one of those super chats as a direct donation? That's actually really cool. Ooh, hang on. I gotta see this really quick. Sorry, I got a camera outside on the studio right now, so I know if like a car pulled up or whatnot. So I'm still working on I want to put up a monitor here for it. I'm getting distracted. You guys are distracting me, which is good and not good. So I cut these really, really tight. I gotta look at this bottom though. They don't give you a whole lot of space back here. I'm glad there's not a ton of windows on this. So this part's okay. They actually give you a lot more room, but they have this little border here. or this little tab here in the cover. Looks like on the bottom we actually have a little bit of room. Top, we have a little bit of room. I want to cut it pretty tight, so we should be good with this. All right, so we're gonna shrink this. Ooh, that works. Cool. Has anybody ever got a ticket and wanted you to pay for it? No, actually. So one of the things you let them know, though, when you pull it in, you're just like, and people won't. If you go, hey, it's technically, you literally tell them, like, hey, this is not legal without a doctor's note. Because in the state of Michigan, you can, it is with the doctor's note. So you just gotta make them aware. I'm sure I'm gonna get those customers, but right now I've been really encouraged by all the people that have come in here have been like super fucking cool. I know people hear retail and get scared, and like everybody's got those shit customers, right? I don't want to attribute this 100% to the way that I'm marketing myself, but like I'm actually putting my face on my business, and like, you know, the way that I have my channel is the way that I'm doing my marketing. So those last two videos that I did on my channel, the factory match and the carbon film, those are both videos for my business. Those are posted on my Facebook page. But I'm sure I'm gonna have one of those situations where I'm gonna have an irate customer and it's gonna suck. But we'll see. No H pattern, no dry shrink prep, and no nothing. You just snap it. Like this one is super flat. Treat it like a quarter window, because that's basically what it is. This one's super easy. We're just gonna put a little bit more into cleaning it. It's a little bit older. I'm actually really glad for the type of convertible top this is. If this was like a Corvette convertible top, it would be way more difficult. Do I have a trash can? Or did I throw that bag outside? I'm pretty sure I threw it outside to make some space in here. Is this for the sorry, somebody asked if this piece of glass here is for the Civics. Yes. Yes, it is, that Civic hatch one. It is. I haven't actually got one of those cars in here yet, but I know how annoying that car is, and I don't want to have to do that here. Yeah, I wouldn't take it apart anyways, but I don't have a great way of doing those, period, so that's why I ended up picking up that piece of glass. I needed a glass board. Well, not needed, but like kind of wanted to do something. So I figured, why not actually get a back window that would help me out a bunch? I am wondering about getting a Model 3 back window, though. I think that would be pretty fucking cool. I need a Civic. I need a Civic. I hate doing them in 3 pieces. Yeah, the one that I did, actually, I'm not proud to admit, I spliced the back too. But there's like a perfect spot to do it, but definitely not proud of it. Can you tint plastic windows? No, not like the Jeeps and all that. I wouldn't. Just tell them to get an actual top with glass. I know that's not a great answer, but like, you could try some like exterior films, but they need them to fold up and stuff. So I don't know how well it would actually stick. It's something I've never done. So be leery of that. So I'm actually scrubbing this back window. It's not something I usually do. This one was a little extra dirty, and we have a clay bar, so a clay bar should help pick up any little bits that we might have left it behind. Most common age of my customers? Actually, all of them have been younger. I'd say 20 to 30. I did have one guy in here for 2 doors, though. He was in his 40s. So I could attribute that to why they're so fucking cool and understand streaming, but like, I don't know, it's cool. It's just my first impressions, though, right? I'm psyched. It's people that like their cars, that like seeing something more than just the tint. Like, I mean, what else could you expect from any other shop other than just a tint job? And it's like, no, we can do something cool. Something much, much cooler than just get them in, get them out. And make sure that doesn't roll over. All right, let's hope we have everything cut exactly how we need it. Am I gonna live stream the Crown Vic? No, I don't think so. It's long. Like, if it was the only one here, yeah, but I'll... So I had the 4-hour live stream with that Audi wagon, and I need to get more done. And the stream like majorly slows some things down, and that's fine. I like it. Like, that's why we set this thing up. But back-to-back appointments, I think I'm only gonna pick one of them to do a live stream because of just like how the stream slows down. I get majorly distracted, and I'd much rather just like keep a certain pace and a certain energy. And if I can't keep that energy, the stream starts to fall apart, I think. So we might do that in the future, but like, I have tried long extended streams, and they just don't play as well. I know like there's certain people that really like it and will hang in there through the whole thing, and I don't want to discount that at all. But this next car that's coming in is just going to be a lot of extra work. But I don't feel confident in doing the next one, because like there's the little things too. Like, we gotta move the cars around, charge some batteries, I gotta check in with the customer. I gotta process a payment. Remember we donated so you could buy a trash can. Did you get it? No? But I need like a good trash can. I don't want to just put a trash can on the floor, so I'm sorry. I'm still thinking of what we can do for a trash can. Is that the dehydro blade? No. No, that's the clear crush by Fusion. I've never tried any of those blades though. Cool. We good on this back window. Turned out nice. Gotta make sure there's like a little something. A little air bubble. All right, so we got to put this top down, and then we can do these quarter windows. I should have done this first and then do the back doors, because these are going to roll down, and it'll be fine. I'm just going to make sure that everything's all 100 on them before I roll them down. I would like to do them opposite, though. I just got distracted. Damn it, chat. Okay, we should be good. Where did I put the key? Don't blame us. It is your fault. No, it's okay. You guys are great. Okay, so we can leave that there. He did say he moved stuff in the trunk. Oh. It shifted. We're just gonna make sure nothing happens and everything's okay. What was that? Is it possible to reverse roll a back window and start from the bottom up? No. No, the reason is the curve on the glass. I mean, it maybe isn't 100% impossible. Well, actually, it's not true entirely, because that's what they do on the Teslas. But, you know, maybe you could. It's just, it's not necessary, but I don't know. I can go for it. Actually, just go for it. Who am I to say no entirely? All right, so this button. I love that sound. Rolling down windows. Goodbye, top. Whoa. Dang, I thought it was one of those more soft top folds, but that had to do a bunch to go down. All right, we're good. I'm glad I asked him too. So now we got these quarters, which this is way easier to do when you have the top down. But these quarter windows, I don't know, doing quarter windows like this isn't always just as simple as what it looks like. So, I mean, we have an edge that we have to tuck into. We have this hard plastic here. So we probably have no room to tuck it forward, but we can try and like, yeah, there's dirt built up there. We can get really, really close, and we'll try and make it seamless as best as we can. But I don't like that that window's sitting down. We're gonna roll that back up. Kind of funny that that door didn't go up though. Let's make sure all these are up. Well, nothing catastrophic happened, so that's good news. Where are we at? We're at 1:30. But where are we at with the stream? An hour 20. Mike Sanchez did it? Well, then cool. Then it's possible. There you go. The Model 3s are a little special. But yeah, I wasn't even thinking of the Model 3 before I said that. He's a good tinner. He's been doing this for a long time. I don't know. There's the norm of what you see, and then there's like people that push the envelope, so. No customer in chat? I don't think so. Part of that is my own fault. I should have texted a link when I got started. But sometimes, like, there's so many things that I have to do that I forget little things sometimes. Plus, there was this point, I actually wasn't sure this car was going to show up. It was supposed to be a 10 o'clock appointment, and then he asked to move to 11. And I said that was fine, and the other car for 2 o'clock showed up at 11, and this car came in 15 minutes late. So I wasn't even sure we were going to be doing this car. But I sectioned off enough time to handle both of them, even if I ran into some issues. So. Do I use any ceramic films? Yes, I do. They're right there. Oh, I should shift this. Yeah, oh, somebody asked what's the difference in chat. The main difference is going to be heat rejection. So the higher up you go on the spectrum, the more heat rejection you get, for your glass anyways. That's really like it. It's my ceramic sales pitch. It looks good, but heat performance is like the #1 selling point of it. If you're not interested in that, you don't really care about ceramic a whole bunch. Let's do that just a bit more. There we go. So these are actually pretty curved. So we got some decent sized fingers at the bottom. Most quarter windows aren't going to be like this, but these ones are a little different than most quarter windows. Do I still use Avery? Yeah, for my entry level. I'm still using Avery NR. I haven't tried GeoShield's dyed, but like I know what it is, so I wouldn't have a problem. It's just I have an overstock of Avery still, so I'll probably be switching over to Geo. But I like Avery. Their NR. I think it's great. Just gotta make that gradual switch over, and things have been slow with Coronas that I haven't been able to work through really much of my Avery. And it's always that hard transition where, like, you know, you kind of be installing a little bit of both. But I was empty on carbon and ceramic, so. Do you have any pets? Cat is my guess. No, I'm not a big cat person, actually. We have a dog, but it's a cat-like dog, I guess. Small white, stringy dog, like Shih Tzu Bichon mix. Full of energy, dude, though. That dog loves to just run in the backyard in circles. What do I think of Solar Guard? I'm curious. I get a lot of questions about particular film brands, but I'm not sure if the people are actually going to use them or are using them. So let me ask you that. Are you using Solar Guard, or are you just curious about them? Solar Guard, they make good films. They're a solid company. I don't know why they have thin films, though. It's like the one oddity about them. They have like some bigger films. Or some like thicker films, like 1.5 mil film for their Galaxy line. But I don't know why they always have thin films. Where did I put this? There we go. I think they're fine, though. Like a lot of companies. I think there's a bunch of them that are good and will take care of you. So it's like, it's kind of difficult to answer. Or kind of like difficult to answer differently, because they're all gonna kind of be the same answer. It's like, yeah, they got decent films and they'll take care of you. Oh, ASWF is my exception to decent film. Fucking did not like them. My biggest film failure was with ASWF. They drove me insane, unfortunately. I think they were picking up a lot of traction and tried to grow really fast and then cut some corners or something happened. I don't know exactly, but it was not good. Come on. I need to go like right there. Should be good. Yeah, I was redoing their film for about a month. And we had numerous complaints, like it was overly curly and extremely staticky. They actually had to roll. They actually had to unroll film for us before they shipped it to us because of how bad the curl was and how bad the static was. And they would be like, it was tragic. Cool. That's pretty good. I was just trying to line up this front edge because that front edge is where you're going to have the biggest likelihood of a gap. So I actually like it shifting around a little bit so I can get it in place exactly where I need it to be. I know someone that uses ASWF on Ferraris and other high-end cars. Oh, buddy. Ooh. I'm sorry. I hope it works out for them because I've heard some big ASWF dealers run into catastrophic failures too. I was not the only one. All right, I gotta change out this GoPro battery right quick. Because this is hour and a half. It's probably gonna die mid window. How much battery do we got left? Yeah, we're down to 6%. I used them for about a year to 2 years, somewhere in there. They never had a great color. It was a little, like it was super green on the film we were using. Got a little bit better with their XL line. But it was just like, yeah, huge fucking bummer. Yay! That was easy. But not happy. I learned the term UV blooming from them. That was like the biggest son of a bitch. You guys know what UV blooming is? It's probably because of them. It like, gotta love GoPro hair. Let me switch back and I'll explain. So we're in a cooler climate here in Michigan, but we still have summertime and stuff. But the problem with the film was like, so we tinted it and it's got, you know, here and we'll tell customers anywhere from 3 to 5 days to dry out this time of year. And that's always fine, but when moisture was sitting in between the film and the glass, it would, the glue would crystallize and look like dirt specks. And we had to redo a solid month of cars. It was fucking terrible. And they were still coming back well after that. You know, because not everybody's gonna come back right away. There's people that are gonna come back a year later and be like, hey, my film looks weird. I didn't have time, or I didn't notice, or whatever else. That majorly sucked. Have you thought about changing out the battery on the GoPro while, or have you thought about charging the GoPro while you're streaming? Yeah, I tried that. It doesn't work. So the way the GoPro battery power works is it's either powering the GoPro, so the battery's either powering the GoPro or a charging cable is either powering the GoPro. It doesn't actually charge the battery while you're using it with like an external battery pack. So what you have to do is use like a laptop charger, and that charges up that powers your GoPro, and you can hot swap it. So it actively switches in between wall power and GoPro without disrupting your stream. If I do that with like a lesser battery pack, the stream will cut, unfortunately. I wish it didn't, but you know, we can't always have our cake and eat it too. Where do I get the wall shelves? Like Home Depot and Lowe's and Amazon. These ones on this wall, Rubbermaid Fast Track system, but they only go that tall. They don't go this tall. So this one I picked up from Menards. They're much taller and they're actually cheaper. And then I picked up 6-inch dual track brackets. They're like $1.50 per bracket from Menards. They're like $4, $3 to $4 at Lowe's or Home Depot. They're more expensive in those stores, but Menards was like, I bought a lot of them because you got to buy 2 for every shelf. And then they also have these cool like prefab boards that you can pick up. Those are really inexpensive. They're like $4 a board or something. So I got some cool looking, you know, light gray ones, like particle board with a covering. I charge mine in stream. You should be able to do it. Anytime I plug the 8 into like a battery pack, the battery doesn't go up. I'm using the 8 though. I don't know if you're using a different one. Like the 7 and the 8 are basically the same thing. But it didn't seem to like do anything more with the battery. So like I had it plugged in and then I unplugged the power. And then next thing I knew it was still working and I was like, what the fuck? I kind of stumbled into hot swapping the battery. Cause I would wear like a small battery pack on the back of my head, but it wasn't enough. All right, last window. Somebody told me don't forget the razor blade. Where did I put the razor blade? Because I don't think I left it in the car. I actually would mucho like that right now, but I think we'll be okay. No, we should use it. Yeah, we gotta grab it. I charge mine off of a bigger battery pack. Yeah, most likely. So like the only way I can hot swap it is with like a Type C higher power charger. The 5 volts, 1 amp aren't enough, so that makes sense. I charged mine off of the 12 volt jump starter. I got one sitting right there. I'm actually charging my iPhone on it. I would need something pretty small though, with a high output. So maybe I'm sure there's something out there, but hot swapping I like too, cause it's, as long as I keep an eye on it, it's not bad. It only takes me a few seconds, and now that I have the extra camera, I can switch back and forth. But it's something for sure to keep in mind. Yeah, I kind of wish I could stream the other car, but I gotta get this guy cashed out too, and he's gonna come back partway through the Crown Vic, so I don't want to like jumble the stream. But it's cool because we'll start it right about 2 o'clock, so take me about an hour and a half to do the car, and then that'll be my day. Which is a super awesome thing. I don't have anything scheduled yet for next week though, so there is that. I need to like manage advertising and extra leads with the work I got coming in. But sometimes doing work live on the page helps bring in more work. Yeah, I'm not stoked. It's, it was funny when he pulled it up. He's like, so so park doesn't work? And I was like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, I'm swapping out the transmission soon. I was like, yeah, but like, it's obviously parked now. So he uses the parking brake in the meantime. It's like, it's so true Detroit though. Like, it's like, that's, that's the Detroit experience right there. When you got to deal with cars that are getting tinted that need new transmissions first, right? All right, cool. This lines up pretty good too. A little bit far. So you guys want to know what's really crazy though about streaming your work is if you get the customers involved, like this one I think is going to be pretty low on the page, but if you actually get the customers involved and they have a good time, they share it. They share it to other groups and other places and to their friends, and it's like, so the Audi A4 wagon that we streamed earlier this week, organically did 5,000 impressions versus completely dying, which is what most of my Facebook posts do anyways. So what I like about that most is that literally anybody can do it for their customers and have the same success that I have here. You don't need a big channel. You don't need a big successful page. You can just do it. But I will say, you don't just have to stream while you're tinting. You can be creative about it. You could record a video and then air it. It's like you could do a couple of different things to like just bring content to your page in like a way that shows what you're doing is really, really powerful. So, I don't know. But for the most part, the people that I talk to that start tinting out of their garage end up just pulling in a lot of work relatively quickly anyway. So you might not even, you don't even have to do that. But it was just very encouraging. So it's like people want to get more creative with this. There's room to. It's like there's a direct correlation between doing content on your page and then having it pick up work. So yay. Yay for technology. All right, so we have a car. It's tinted. We made monies. Gonna do a little bit of touch up and then end the stream and then we'll be good. Have I gotten in trouble? No. No, I'd imagine I might. So that might be scary to some people and I get it, but like, I don't know. I'm in an area that I don't really think they care. And I still have the mobile side of things too, so like, I don't know. If I had a problem, I would literally move. Did I undo the door latches? No, not yet. I will though, thank you. That's a good reminder. I'm just taking care of this bottom edge before we roll it down. Can you close the roof after? Yeah, we're going to. So normally what I would do is do the back window, put the back window down, then do the doors and let it sit for a little bit, but we kind of did it opposite. So these doors have been drying out. Just this dot matrix area is really starting to show that silver, so I'm trying to like seal the bottom down. And the edges are naturally sealed, so if we seal the bottom and we seal the top, the middle is going to dry out a lot more consistently. Hey man, I saw your GoPro to OBS tutorial. Thanks for them. My question is, do you have an alternative for Mac? I tried the Amazon server thing, but it was kind of difficult. Unfortunately, no. This server thing, I agree, it is difficult. Check the comments of the video though. There was a guy who posted a tutorial locally on his own computer. But he was also making an Nginx server, but he was doing it locally. I think he's got a really easy, straightforward tutorial, so check the comments. Thanks though, I'm glad you liked that video. I suspect I'm gonna get a fair amount of questions about it. I wish there was more I could answer, but it's a tough thing to diagnose what the problem is because it's tough to set up. You're welcome. The most common question I've had is, do you have a Mac version or so? But like the guy selling the software for $80 and that in and of itself kind of sucks. But it's like, I hope with bringing attention to the whole option, I hope GoPro just comes out with desktop software or a way to do it. That would be my favorite. Or maybe a company comes out with just oops, sorry. I gotta flip these over. Maybe a company just comes out with a easy head mount camera that's really high quality that just its thing is streaming to desktops. Like that would be awesome. So the technology is coming. This has been something that I've wanted to do forever. Like I'm talking back in 2012. When I first started my channel and got some followers, I wanted to do live streaming while I worked. And I literally had no way to do it that made sense. I tried multiple cameras, multiple computers, and it's just like nothing's as simple as a GoPro. Nothing works as well as having the GoPro on your head while you work. Cool. So we need to unlatch this and then we'll roll up the top. There we go. Neato. We look good? We look good. Watching you work while waiting for a client to show up. That's cool. Hopefully they do. All right, let's put you up. This part makes me nervous. Oh, we're good. I didn't hear any crinkling. Here comes the top. And that trunk doing a whole bunch of stuff. Damn. And then it rolls up 3 and not the driver's. That's weird. Okay. Well, that's that. So we can wipe these down. I'll just give it a quick check over. Yeah, I'm happy with these edges. They turned out a lot better. I like when you can seal them up. The dots are spaced a little bit farther apart on these ones, but I hate that BMW likes to do this stuff. And our top edges fall right into that convertible, which most of the time is rolled up anyways. Ugh. We're gonna get back here, wipe off any little drips that we got. Check our bottom edges, which seem to be good for the most part. A little bit there, a little bit there. Should I retitle my live streams how to make blah 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 out of a garage? So like in this case, we're like how to make $240 out of a garage. I wonder if that would work better. Dang, he's got like this. I can't. What would work better? Probably the scrubby. Thanks, guys. We're gonna scrub this. I don't like this. We got like some schmutz. Let's make this look better. It's weird overspray. Probably would be best to take a razor around the edges, but just the way that it falls over the edge makes it look extra bad. Ba-boom. Hell yeah. That looks better. Looks like I actually gave a damn. Same thing with this too. Ugh. This car has seen better days. This is one of those that should get like a glass polish or something. Alrighty. Let's put this in here just for right now. Am I good? I think I'm good. We're at 207, so we gotta get that other one in here and started. Cam, bah. I think we're good. How are y'all doing? You guys doing good still? Let's give a, see if we can take a, look at that, now it's timid. Can I take a screenshot of this? How do I do this? Let's disable some overlays. I wish I could just take a screenshot of this car. Oh, I forgot to disable the top one. Damn. 1 second. Oh, I thought I did. There we go. I'm taking a windowed screenshot on my desktop right now of this car, like this. Cool. File. Save as. BMW full. Cool. Close. Main cam. Bow-bow. Nice job as always. Thank you. What's the darkest tint you've done on a windshield? I've done 20. I don't like to, but I have. I've been doing tint for a little bit, but I always have a problem with the small bubbles on the edges. That's dirt. So you just gotta have a cleaner process for installing. Like it's when you slide the film over, you put it on the glass and like slide it in, squeegee it out. The little dirt specks and stuff, that's bad installation, unfortunately. I should message this guy. Pages. I gotta take a couple pictures too, actually. So bear with me. Oh, I gotta put his shit back in the trunk too. I don't want to steal it. Is that it? Is this down? We're gonna find out. Yeah, it's down. Cool. Dang. Cool, looks good. It's that moment where it's like, yay, shit looks good. I'm getting to that point where I need a haircut. I usually go for like 4 months without a haircut, so this whole Corona no haircut hasn't been that much of a drag for me. Seems like everybody is tinting their front doors. Yeah, it's one of the most common things. It is the most common thing. I mean, trucks and SUVs are the most commonly sold things, and that's what they can factory tint those, so it actually hits your business quite a bit. Which is why I need to make a video on ceramic film on the back of trucks and SUVs, which is really, really cool. Thank you. And another question. I've always had a problem with the mirror getting in the way, trimming it perfectly on the edges. Is it practice or am I not doing it right? Practice, but I try to keep the overlap to a minimum when I'm trimming that bit, but I know, like, you'll see me, the way that I get my blade in there is I put my finger down in the corner, kind of get the film to like lay down, and then start at the bottom and then go up. You just have to get a feel for it. You're right, it is a little trickier. A way that you could get around that is take a Sharpie, literally a Sharpie marker, like a silver one, and then use that and mark a line, and then take it over to another surface and then cut that line. That would also help. There's a lot of people that like the Sharpie method. So something to keep in mind. It's not something I usually ever do, but I have a good amount of respect for it now. Looks good. Now, if USPS ever shows up with my tint aid, I'll have an excuse to tint something else today. Oh, I sure hope they do. I haven't had anybody not get theirs, though, so that's been good. Been getting a hell of a lot of orders, though, which is nuts. All right. Well, with that, I'm going to take a couple more pictures. I got to message this guy, let him know it's done. But in the meantime, I got to swap out some cars and get started. As you can see, it's 2:12, and gotta get going, unfortunately. My E46 is limo all over, double visor, plus 50 on. I love it. Oh, that's cool. What's the worst a cop could do to you? They just give you a ticket, tell you to remove it. You'd get 2 points and like a $120 fine. Not too bad. But alrighty, we're gonna end things now. Thanks you guys. Do I have any more? Thanks you guys so much for hanging out with me, watching this. For all the super chats. The super chats were absolutely insane today. We had Daniel Reyna right off the bat, very consistent on super chats. Efren Garcia, Jeffrey, another Efren, Cold Front Penguin, Jimmy Collins, George with a fucking $100 super chat. That was insane. And then Cold Front Penguin again. Dude, thank you to all the super chatters. It means a lot. As you can see, we put a lot into the studio. Put a camera outside. That's the latest upgrade. I'm going to be updating the floor, hopefully very soon. I'm in touch with Race Deck right now, so excited about that. So all the donations and stuff go to the stream and helping out with all this. It's a huge boost and moral boost too. So thanks everybody here also for just hanging out, participating in the chat. This wouldn't be a fun thing without any of you. So much appreciated. I will see you guys in the next one.